Hey y'all, today I grabbed my my gas trimmer edger, and went to crank it up, and gasoline just went all over the place. And I looked down, and the gas line from my primer bulb down to my gas tank had broken, and so I couldn't get started with it. And so I don't know if you can see this or not, but on the gas tank you have two holes, so I can get to one, and one for gas lines, and one gas line goes, let me get this pull cord out of the way, get that out of the way, here we go. And you can see this or not, but one of the lines, there we go, you have gas line goes from the carburetor down to the gas tank, and there's another line that goes from the primer bulb down to the gas tank, and that way you don't leak like I was leaking. So today I went by my local small engine repair shop and got my new gas lines and a gas filter. So I thought I'd show you how, even if you're a senior, you can change the fuel lines in your gas trimmer. Now what I've done, I moved it to my workbench, you can see. So here's my gas tank. I don't know if you can see better or not, but you've got a hole right there for one line, and then there's another line in there. So I'm going to replace the old line. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the gas cap, pull that out, and then if you look in the tank, you can see this or not, but I've got some long pliers, and I'm going to, see if it'll let me, grab the old fuel line. Let me see if I use my finger. My finger's still working. My fingers are still working, which is good when you're a senior. You want your fingers to work. Very important for eating ice cream. Okay, so I pulled it out. I don't know if you can see that. So, but that's my fuel filter, and that's the fuel line. And what I'll do is I'm going to see if I can get the fuel line off of the carburetor. Maybe I'll use my fingers. If not, let me get a screwdriver real quick. Get a screwdriver real quick, and I'll put on my spectacles. Pardon my French while I get in front of the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and move this cover just for trim, so I can see. Well, I think I need to get a new air filter too. So I will. And remember, on the left-hand side was the side from the tank to the filter, to the carburetor. So I'm going to go and pull this thing out. Let's see what do we have here. I'm going to go ahead and just snip it off if I can. Well, let me get some snips real quick. Looks like that fuel line has expanded. So I got some snips and I pulled it off. So this is my old gas line and filter. Now I've got my new filter. This is just a generic filter that they sold me, and I assume they know what they're doing because they've been in business forever. And let me go ahead and see if I can put this line in. There's a secret. Is there a secret to getting these things in? I don't know. Oh, I think I know a good trick. I think I've seen this on another YouTube channel. I'm going to cut this at an angle. Let me see if you can see this now. So I did it at an angle. you see that or not. So let's see if that helps. Now what I discovered was that what I had to do is, and I'll do it on the next one, I had to cut some of this side of this tubing down so I could squeeze it through the hole. Once I got it down, I was able to get it through. And so what I'll do, I'm gonna go ahead and attach this gas filter, because this was the one I did first, and it just goes on like that, and then you just put it back down in the tank, and it's got some weight onto it. That way it'll follow the gas as when you move let gravity lets it travel in the same direction as the gas. And I think that should be enough. Let me get a little bit more just to be safe. Okay, so I have about that much, and so that should work. And then I'll measure it for here, and so I'll cut it and put it again on the left-hand side of the primer pump. There we go. And that's my fuel filter, line, main fuel line. Then my second fuel line, again, it needs to go from the primer bulb to the other hole in the gas tank. And what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I did last time. This worked for me. I went up about an inch and made 2 cuts in the tube. So I've got like an octopus there. You can see that or not, little octopus. And then I trimmed off all but the bigger piece. Actually, I'm going to trim off this bigger piece, leave the smaller piece, and that way I can feed it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but I'm going to try and feed it in this hole. And if that piece is long enough, I can grab it with my pliers. Yep, there it is. My needle nose. Then I can pull this on through. You end up messing up the first part. I think I dropped some. There we go. Don't want any of that plastic to be in the tank. So let's try this again. So I'm going to trim it off. Let's put it down in there. There's another channel I follow called Rayleigh's Small Engines, and he is real good with that. And also James Condon. And I'll put a link on my playlist. I think I've got them on my playlist. Okay, so I've got that in there. Let me try and trim off that part that was cut. Don't want that to come loose in my gas tank. There we go. If I look at my gas tank, I don't see any plastic. So I think we're good there. And now what I will do, you can see this or not, but I'm going to cut this length to here. And that is a return for my primer bulb. And I should be good to go. Actually, that may be a little bit too long. Let me pull that off. Trim it back just a tad bit. There we go. And I should be good to go. Now, when I got this, I bought 2 feet, and I still have almost a foot left. And I probably ruined a couple inches of it. So you could probably get by with just 1 foot of line, but I'd get 2 feet just to be on the safe side. Now that I'm done, I will put the gas cap back on. Screw it tight. I shouldn't have any leaks now. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the cover back on the air filter. I probably need to get a new air filter. I'll get one of those next time I'm out. But I believe Yeah, there he goes. Just kind of fits like that. You have a little screw that screws on. There we go. I think I'm good. Now the big test, is it going to leak or not? So I'm going to go ahead and pour some 50 to 1 in. And I plan on using it, so I'm going to go ahead and fill her up. You know, in some of my previous videos I've mentioned that I have transitioned most of my tools over to battery tools, cordless tools, and I've gone with the Craftsman 20 volt series, the V20 series. And let me see if that screws one real good. That does. And let's see here. Let's see, show you. Let's see if we can show the primer working. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the primer bulb. Look at that. Look, Ma, no leaks. Well, let's crank her up. Let's see how she's going to fly. Got my I've got my Steve Spurrier glasses on, ear protection, putting on my work gloves. And you want to do this even if you're just testing to see if it runs. Just, you know, things can fly and get in your eye, and you want to make sure you protect your ears. So we're going to, just want to choke. I have primed it. I'll prime it again. Let's see if this bad boy will crank up. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video today. You know, even seniors can do their own repair on their lawnmowers and power tools. It just takes a little bit of patience. And if you screw up, that's okay. You can always take it to your shop. But I hope you enjoyed my video today. And I hope something good happens to you today. I hope you have a great day.